again. I hope that my mic is picking this up this time because I tried to record this before and it's slightly quiet, but I digress. I'm making this video because me and my boyfriend need some help, and that requires money, and it also requires the support of other people. And we are not necessarily in a position where we know thousands of people. So social media is really the only way that I know to ask for help for this specific need. But before I get into that, I would like to express a bit and just explain the situation as simply and considerably as I can. So, hi, I'm Rhea, and me and my boyfriend are currently in a living situation that is not mentally or emotionally safe for either of us. We've been trying our best to endure, to be graceful, or give grace more so, but it's exhausting, and it's gotten to a point where it's affecting our mental health and physical health to an extent. So, to give more context, we're currently living with some people that once we considered close friends, and over the past few months that we've been here, it's gotten worse how they've treated us. On my end, with this specific ex-friend, I'll say, or more so roommate now, if we can even consider it that. But with her, we were really close friends, and at first I noticed her flaws, and because she was there for me in moments that were difficult for me, I, as any good friend would, was there for her. I tried to help her in the ways I knew and support, etc., etc. And yet, a few months ago, some drama occurred, words. Anyway, some drama happened, and it caused a rift in the group dynamic, even though me and my boyfriend had our best let me rephrase, we had the interests of the group and ourselves in mind, and yet it hasn't, things haven't changed for the better since those moments. And to kind of give you guys some more details, we've been dealing with verbal abuse, and it's hard to say that given that these were people we once considered friends. So it also puts me in this position where I feel the need to whisper because I can't even trust that they're not at my door eavesdropping, which is not a fun position to be in, given that both me and my boyfriend left our previous homes because there was a specific person in mine and in his home that made us feel unsafe. But that's other stuff. But because we've been in positions where we have been mistreated verbally, we don't want to call any place home that does that to us or consider any person or group that puts us down verbally and emotionally. I'm trying my best not to give up too many details for the sake of not trying to put these specific people down, even though they have been mistreating us. Because at one point they weren't awful. So I'm trying to give grace for who they once were to us. Lately, one of the people in this situation that works with my boyfriend has been getting upset with him over things that are very minuscule and jumping to conclusions or placing blame onto him or to me for things that we didn't even do, or misconstruing our intentions when we've been nothing but consistent in being helpful or supportive or minding our own business. And for me, personally, I've been trying my best to keep my distance because I've been dealing with weird energies with these specific people. One of them was once my closest friend, or at least I thought so, and she has been previously, let's say maybe a month ago, she has been verbally judging me and putting me down randomly, and I don't know why. And it's once again why I have to whisper. Don't even feel safe to speak freely because of eavesdropping. But I digress. Where was I? Oh yeah, she had verbally said some things to me that I now know was projection, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's been painful as fuck. It's it's not fun to deal with, especially with someone you once consider a friend, albeit a best friend, and especially with somebody that once said they cared about you, they loved you, they were your close friend, etc., etc. So, being put in a position where the place that we once thought would be a means, or more so a stepping stone in our journey towards having our own place, having our own independence, financial freedom, etc., etc., for adulting, if you will, to becoming a place where now we just want to get out. It's very mentally taxing, and if there's one thing I know to do is to ask for help when something is out of my control. I don't make this video, and I don't know if I said this. I have ADHD, so forgive me if I repeat anything, but I don't know if I said this, but I do know that I do not want to bash either of these people, but it does need to be addressed, and we've done our best to try to address it as calmly or kindly or considerably or accurately when emotions got intense as we could, but that has not been enough to, I suppose, register in their minds that we have no ill intent and we want harmony, we want to be able to coexist. We all want similar things, so why not work together? Why can't we, be in sync? Why do things have to be so toxic, if I'm gonna just be blunt? It's not fair. It doesn't feel fair to either of us, given that we have been nothing but kind to these people, or as authentic as we can be. And it hurts that we've been judged for things that once we thought they understood and were willing to help us navigate and help us through. But unfortunately, that is no longer the case. So I just want anyone who's watching this to know that I'm aware that there are other things going on in this world that require support, recognition, traction, if you will. But I'm also aware enough of my own situation to know that I'm struggling, we're struggling too. And there's a lot of people on this planet that can help. I made a GoFundMe for the both of us, me and my boyfriend, in order to have some help to move out. We know we're not welcomed here. And though that does not feel the best internally, it is our reality, and we're doing what any young, decent adult would do, and we're taking accountability for what we need. We need a home, and in order to get to that in a way that is a little more, I don't want to say quick because that's unrealistic, but for lack of better wording, we need the help of other people. So I'm doing my part by trying to gain as little or a lot of traction, not attraction, sorry, that I can for our GoFundMe, so that way we can eventually, within a year or two, move out. These people have already been giving us negative, subliminal, passive-aggressive indications that they do not want us here, even though they invited us. And so I'm asking for help. I'll link our GoFundMe down below in the description of this video. And to anyone who is willing to donate just $5, thank you. I did the math for what we need in order to afford traveling, food, and just a year's worth of living alongside jobs with the little money we're making. Where was I leading my brain? In order to make the money we need in order to travel and get out of here safely, we would need to reach at least 10,000 people willing to donate $5. I know it's a big number, and I know given the time period we live in, it's a lot to ask, but I do have hope that the right people will listen and hear this and realize that I'm not asking out of a place of a lack of awareness or a lack of willingness to do what we can to survive and be ourselves and heal where we need to. Kind of want to cry. Anyway, all that to say, please donate if you can, or share, or both. Either helps us in the long run, and I hope that for anyone who is going through a similar situation to ours, that you can also gain the support that you need. And hey, I'd even go as far as hoping that maybe if this video reaches those people, that this can inspire you guys to also reach out for help. Or even if this doesn't get any traction, express yourselves and not let that stress build up into resentment or self-neglect like it has put me and my boyfriend. And we're doing our best to cope, but life should not just be coping, especially when there are ways out, and there are billions of people on this planet. So quite frankly, I don't think I should have to suffer in a emotionally turbulent, chaotic, I'd even go as far and be as bold to say toxic environment. I'm Ria, and thank you for watching, and please check out our GoFundMe. It would mean the world to me and my boyfriend. Take care.